more and more federal government, especially in the United States, is starting to crack down on requirements for data protections and just overall security, saying you need to have a base set of security solutions. What I suggest and see is that businesses need to be prepared. Work with a trusted partner to start on a compliance vertical, a regulatory vertical. And again, if you don't know where to start, look at NIST. NIST is a great framework that will then cross over to others that are both already out there and haven't even been thought of yet. One very moving target has always been the CMMC, which relates to Department of Defense contracts and their subcontractors. That one in particular, the changes keep coming about and people are still trying to wrap their heads around what they need to do. But if you aren't under that vertical, aren't under that requirement yet, get yourself ready, because if they can extend that to companies that work with the Department of Defense, they can extend that to companies that work with any other department. It's really just a pen stroke away from having a new regulation in place. As we get to the point where, our future of cybersecurity regulations are there, my biggest takeaway to offer is be ready, have a plan in place, and already start acting on that. Here at SecurePoint Solutions, how we are helping our customers is we are enrolling them in NIST SMB compliance, even if they don't need it. We're using that framework because regulations and compliance is going to be the money loser. And what I mean by that is a business today can operate, but with an executive order, that business can be stopped the very next day. They can no longer help their current clients and they can no longer gain new clients. Being ready, being more ready than your competitors, those are the key pieces when it comes to regulations. Cybersecurity insurance works much like any other insurance you may have, life insurance, car insurance. In fact, it's very close to how car insurance is used. It is to protect your business against liabilities caused by cyber attacks, so ransomware, data breaches. It will also help to make your business whole. So if your business is shut down, there is potentially a payout that would help you to continue to pay your employees during the shutdown. A lot of your cyber insurance will also include an incident response retainer, which is essentially they would contact a company like us and we would go in and start to deal with that situation if nobody else can. It's important because even though companies like SecurePoint Solutions are out there and we're doing our very best, there is no 100% guarantee against security. Just like no car is going to 100% prevent an accident, you still want insurance, whether it's to, again, handle any liabilities or to repair any damage caused even to your own car. The growth of cybersecurity insurance demand is really just built on the fact that attackers don't stop. In some ways, the growth of insurance has now emboldened the attackers because they now know that many of these businesses that previously couldn't pay would maybe be able to pay now that they have an insurance company on the backside. So it's almost in a way like car insurance fraud or insurance fraud, where somebody would leap in front of your car to try to cash out on a claim. So many of the high profile cyber attacks that have happened over the years has, one, created this greater demand for cybersecurity insurance. It's made people realize if a large company or even the federal government can get hit and be knocked offline, then what about our own small business? The other side of that, though, is that there are a good number of insurance carriers that are getting out of cybersecurity insurance entirely. Just like some parts of the world where they won't offer flood insurance anymore because the flooding happens so often. Both an increase in demand, an increase in desire to have it, but also carriers just saying this is not a winning game for us. So from SecurePoint Solutions standpoint, having cybersecurity insurance is that extra step, that kind of last line of defense or protection for your business, because we are giving you everything that we can. We're evaluating your environment, we're evaluating the gaps that are out there, but we can't cover everything 100%. The insurance is there to pick up that residual amount of risk that comes into play. An attacker does damage, but that damage is limited to maybe just a couple of computers. Great. We did everything that we could, but now your insurance needs to potentially step in and help to bridge that gap in your protections and in cooping some of your losses.